How's that looking? Might want to consider like adding like some sort of. I'll need to like change up like the sort of design for this like makeshift like tripod thing, I guess. Alright. Everything seems to be doing alright for right now, so let's go ahead and get things started. Well, why not? Hello, I am Sentimus Prime, and what I have with me here is what appears to be a Lego Disney sort of set. It is a set, it's a Lego set, like, for the, like, it's like, I don't even know if people hear that notification sound. I'm a bit tired right now. We can try to restart it. What I have with me here is a sort of Lego Inside Out set, specifically for Inside Out 2. Okay. Well, I'm like, okay. I don't mind, like, the existence of, like, a Lego Inside Out set. And I did manage to like, get this on, like, clearance. And to get this for for rather, like, a crazy price. So, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and check this set out. Got it for a good deal, so why not? So, looking at it from the front, here we have the Lego logo as well as the Disney logo. And over here on this top corner, we have the Pixar font. And down here at this corner, we have the title, which is like Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2, as well as like little images of a couple of the characters from the movie. Can you play a song? Unfortunately, I do not have anything with me to play any music in the background. So unfortunately, no. But over here we got like a look at the build itself. And hello. It's good to see some people interacting with the chat. How are you doing? Good day. That's good. Okay, have a good. Well, you have a good day too. Yep, that's nice. You know, so like back to looking at this, we have a look at the set itself, as well as over here we have the sort of information on the side, such as the recommended age, the set number, the name of the set, as well as the number of parts used to build the set. Very nice. So in terms of the size of the box, you got a couple more characters, as well as like the Disney logo. We got two more of the characters, as well as like the other stuff you put like under here. Here is like what appears to be like a sort of like mini doll version of the happiness character. When are you gonna build it? Actually, I'm gonna build it like pretty soon in the stream. Like after I check out the box and look at the pieces, I'm gonna build it. on this stream. Yes, I do agree. That does sound like a pretty good joy time. Here is a look at uh, up here on the top. We do get a look at some of the characters included in here. If you the characters included in here, that's very nice. As well as a like 1-to-1 scaled image of what joy would be like like when you hold the figure. And over here on the back, you get like a look at some of the features you can do when you have the set built. Apparently, you can use them to like store things inside them. Apparently, they have like sort of tiles on the side that you can create from them. Interesting. And of course, a couple push open like tabs here on the side. But yeah, with that, we can go ahead and open this up and get ahead to building it as soon as possible. Or I guess as soon as we can. Alright. So now, get this open. I guess we pour out the contents of this box. And I guess we can put like a box here, back there, sort of. So in here we get the instruction booklet. Not too bad. We can open it. We can flip open the page from the back. See the parts list. That's gonna be like a parts list sort of thing going on here. Turn the page again. We got giraffe and piggy with really long legs. And over here we have advertisements for other like Disney sets, as well as a little like checklist. It's like a sort of checklist thing. I don't see like you do a whole lot of that anymore. And then just the instructions from there. Okay. So in here, where did I find this set? I found mine at a Walmart. It's like not sponsored, but like it's like where I found this for a. I assume the set wasn't like selling that well because I've seen it going for like $7, $8. I I've been commonly like finding this set on clearance for like $7 or $8. I guess that's not that desired of a set, I guess. Like even though I definitely should, I definitely would think that they would have like more like go inside out sets. Maybe not. Do you watch American football? No, I do not. That's why I'm here and not watching American football. But like from here we have like a sticker sheet, one of like a sort of like safe like lock door, like a door, like a like a, no, like the round like safe door, as a sort of lock door, as well as other like plus like add-on stickers that I guess you can add to your, yeah, I guess that you can add to your set like however you want. Interesting. But we can finally get into the parts, and we do have the three. Yeah, we have 3 bags of separate bags of parts. So moving the instructions and stickers aside, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the parts. Starting with bag number 1. So in here, we have this piece. This is like a large like sort of half round like base piece. Okay. We also got a few of these bricks in this sort of like salmon color. Is what I've like heard like people refer to this color to. It's like a sort of like salmony color. That's nice. We get other like bright friendly colors, light friendly colors. Like we get like 8 of these slope pieces in lavender. Okay. As well as a couple of these sort of like base plate pieces. They're sort of 6x6 plates in like this sort of in this pink, as well as a 2x8 in pink. You also get 1x6 tiles in. We get a couple of them in. Yeah, so yeah, we get a couple of them in pink, a couple of them in the sort of dark magenta color, a couple of them in the previously mentioned salmon color, and a couple of them in orange. Pretty good. They're nice. You also get one of these like round brick like Technic connection like round bricks in white. One of these kind of plates in white. Got, oh, that's cool. We got a couple of these hard hats, but they're done in this like new, in this like relatively like new. Uh, I was expecting these to just be in yellow. I guess it kind of shows them in a different color, but I was expecting these to be in a sort of normal yellow, not like this. This is like a sort of. It's like the sort of like same color that's like that it's like the same sort of like bright color, neon color as like a high visibility vest, that sort of thing. It's like a recent color that Lego has been pushing with their sets, with their more recent sets. Like I assume like this color was introduced to replace the fact that they canceled like the trans neon yellow. Which, to be fair, if they were going to like discontinue trans neon yellow, might as well like introduce a color that can not still like a trans neon. That's still like a neon yellowish green color to not rob people of an entire color. So yeah, interesting to finally like have pieces in that color. And we also get like some smaller like pieces in here. We got a couple of these like cylinder pieces, bricks in white. Got a couple of these jumper plates in the dark magenta. Got some interesting stuff. Got these sort of like ball like Technic there's like ball joint pieces with the Technic hole connection, Technic like axle hole connections, and like this bright like powder yellow as well as an orange one. Interesting. Got one of these like weird one pieces in this sort of purplish color. Also a couple levers and a bunch of and a bunch of these it's just like a bunch of these like round one by one smooth tiles. Got a bunch of colors in there. Got a bunch of colors. Got this bright green. You got the bright, super bright yellow. You got red. Yeah, got a couple reds. Got lavender, pink, teal, bright, like sort of bright blue, brightish blue. Hmm. Got orange, red. This appears to be like dark bluish gray. Is it dark bluish gray? No, it's a little bit different. It's like a sort of sand blue color. I believe that's like it's like sand blue. Got interesting stuff in here, I guess. And just so we can like start off in the building process a little bit, here we have like the parts for sorry about that. Put the figure together. Oh, this hair piece is rather interesting. That's pretty cool. We got happiness. Look at that. Ain't that fancy? I mean, that's neat. That's neat, I guess. We also got a small little body and a very specifically sculpted. We got like a like specially sculpted head for this other character. Let's attach that, and here we have our character known as Anxiety. Yay! Man, the neck makes this design look weird, really weird. But it's alright. You know what? That looks alright. That doesn't look too bad, to be honest. We also got a couple of like minifigure heads with some printing on them. Face like printing on them. Ain't that nice? Okay. So I guess yeah, with I guess yeah, you get from what I'm seeing with the parts so far, it's you get some nice colors, I guess. Like you get some, you definitely get like some at least a couple of interesting things. But hey, we can go ahead and start with building. So let's go ahead. So let's start the building. Why not? I mean, we kind of already did. Hold on. Doesn't look as. Does it go down any further than there? Nope, guess not. Alright. Let's go ahead and continue. Oh yeah, I need to build the other two. Got this person who just get Margie? I guess this one's name is Margie? You just like place this head on this like round piece and then you just add the hard hat on top of that. And there's your Margie. Okay, it's like one of the background characters that's like work like inside inside the like inside the like imagination like tanks or something. And then this guy this dude's name like Foreman is the head, but you place the hard hat on. There's Foreman. Almost looks like a Lego VeggieTales character. There he is. There's our other like construction worker dude. Ain't that? Yeah. All right. There you go. And I guess with that we can go ahead and start building. Why not? We got salmon color. We got okay. Orange one, then pink one, and then the dark magenta one. Then we take this piece, attach it like that. We're starting to like build up the, like this sort of base thing. This next part is easy enough. It's just attaching a couple more bricks. And then just add the tiles. And add the tiles on in the exact same order as on the other side. There goes that. Oh, this first bag seems to be mostly like just like this base sort of thing. Sorry. And then we just add these slope pieces and like that and like that. And I guess we repeat that for the other 2x4s. Okay. So there we have that. Then after that we attach our jumper plates and connect them to these two base plates, interlock them like that. Then we add our orbs. Oh, I guess I guess like these two things are supposed to represent. I believe these like round things are supposed to represent like those like round like orb like things that like contain like the memories of Riley. Yes, that's the name of the game. Riley. I believe these are supposed to represent like those like memory like orb things. If so, that's pretty cool. I say that's a fair enough piece to represent that with. And we attach this here. Let's attach these cones here. Attach cone. Not, well, cylinder, I guess. Not exactly a cone. Oh, and then hold on. What is it telling me to do? It's telling me to add these blue ones, and these lavender ones, one of these orange ones. I'm trying to add this on like the exact order as what the instruction says. So I don't know what's trying to replicate exactly. Here's the teal one. Then I guess the pink one. Red one. This one. It's like dark, like grayish, like sand bluish color. Then just liver. Oh, is this a? Okay. I think this is supposed to represent like this sort of like main like control like panel thing that I guess controls Riley or whatever it does. And this just gets attached over there like that. Oh, okay. I've seen the movies. And with that, and like a spare of one of each of everything on that panel, including the lever, as spare pieces from this first bag. Okay, very nice. Here we have and the box shows these two characters like here and here, as well as our two like main characters shown here, right there and there. Let's complete this image. Why don't we by rotating this slightly and there we go. Look at that. How's this looking so far? Alright. Alright. So after that, we can go ahead and open up bag 2. Let's move this, I guess, back here for now. Let's open this up. There we go. Here we do get some parts as well as two small baggies of parts. We'll look at them as we're building through it. Oh, what's this? It's a a few of these like bricks in this sort of like minifigure like flesh color. It's the color that like Lego uses for their minifigure like skin tones. So I guess if you want, you can like gather up enough of like bricks and parts in this color, like put together some like mocks of like humanoid characters. Well, we guess get two more of these in pink, but also four of these in purple, as well as one in a plate that is the exact same like size as the like these ones, but completely smooth on the top. Very nice. Yeah, a bunch of these like bricks with the snot bricks in this magenta color. It's more like it's a it's a lighter magenta. Here's like a darker magenta. Very nice, very nice. But we're building. It appears that we're building one of the cubes. So for this, we're gonna. ah, so for this, we're going to grab one of these like purple base plates. Attach white brick. I guess two of them. Then four of these, two on each side. And then four more to fill in the sides. And then we tile this. We add some plates to fill this in. Okay. And this is when we open up the other two smaller bags. Okay. And this here. This here. And now we add to the more flesh colored bricks. More flesh tone bricks. Then we add a couple of these pieces to these sides, as well as a couple of the dark magenta tiles. A couple of each one of those. It's up there. Okay. A sort of. Okay. Okay, then after that we flip this over, attach six of these, like these pieces, which is like really nice to get. It's like nice for like a gap filler kind of thing, where it's like a tile, but instead of having anti studs to fit on top, it has studs to fit on the bottom. To like fill up some like this like area. Cover up some of this area. That's nice. I like that. Then we have these between the like stud, attach these to the stud tubes. Like so. Let's go. We take 6 of these pieces, attach them to these bar hole connections. Yeah. Okay, we had 6 of those. Oh, and then we attach this piece on the bottom here. Huh. Oh, they built they have these built as a way to attach studs on both sides. That's rather clever. That's clever of them. It's a rather basic way of doing that, but it works. It works. Let's just squeeze things in a bit so it fits so it would fit properly. And nice. Oh, and now we can start with attaching pieces. Oh, we can start with the different sides. So I guess this is like the sort of the basis of like what we're going to be building our sides off of. Interesting. So we take this piece, we take our like wedge pieces, take our red wedge pieces, and you can probably guess which emotion we're starting with off of that. Alright. There we go. After that we take some of these. After that we start to do some tile work. That there, that orientation. There, that orientation. This one at this orientation. This one at this orientation. This one at that orientation. And 6. And then 1 at that orientation. Okay. Neat. And after that we can, okay, take this piece, attach that there. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Then it's just like some tile work from here. Boom. Boom. And then and then lastly, we can add a couple of these to add a sort of pupils. I guess it has us like rotate these at a slightly more angry expression. Makes sense? And then here we have a sort of like mini Lego mosaic piece of anger, rage, fury, foots and butts, foots up the butts. Yeah, very nice. A rather alright mosaic of anger. Very nice. Next one, we're taking one of the pink ones, and starting with a few of these pieces in black at this orientation. This orientation. This orientation. And this orientation. And after that, we can then with what colors we're using, you can also guess who we're making, whose mosaic we're making this time. Okay. Okay. Alright. Then we start tiling some things up. And tile up more. Some more tiling. And after that, we take a couple of these. And then a couple of these dark purple ones. Alright. Here we have fear. Fear. Fear me. Here we have the mosaic done for the emotion of fear. Look into the eyes of fear. That's what it looks like. Honestly, I am liking this mosaic a little bit too. No, that one's also not too bad. Up next, we're going to need another dark purple one. Okay, we have a lot of these pieces in blue. That's okay, so attach this piece here in that orientation, then the other at that orientation, and then attach 3 of these tiles, tile that up. Okay. Now most of this sets part count and building process is to these mosaics. Because I don't think a whole lot of pieces went into that. It's mostly just the smaller kind of pieces. Oh, okay, we got some slightly larger pieces being used here. Boom. Boom. There we go. And then we start adding on a bunch of these round pieces. Just a whole bunch of them. Like 9 of them. For one side, 4 on one side, and then 1 on this side. Again, it doesn't take only a couple of these tiles. Got one to put there. Got one to put here. And then a couple of these flat, 1x2 tiles. Attach them like that. Oh, and that's a lot more tiles. Yeah, another tile like this there. Then a tile like that. Then here. And we had a couple of tiles up here and here to fill in those gaps. You can then add a square one. A square one there. Also another one of these ones. There. And then we add a couple of these tile pieces there. Look at that. Now again, it doesn't. Again, it's pretty easy to guess who this is a mosaic of. It's Sadness. That's a really nice one. How how the hair is done. The hair is nice for that one. So all right. I don't think I can show all of them. I'm just gonna try to stack them in the order that I built them in. Alright. After building that one, build another one. And we're going to start off by attaching some green pieces on here, which would immediately indicate to the ones watching that the next one I'm building is going to be the, the one they call Disgust. Ooh. Try to that. There. Bam. Okay. Okay, then we add tiles of a darker shade of green. Bam. 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 Well, is a magenta tile for extra bit of detail. For that extra tiny bit of detail. There we go. Then after that we can attach some more tiles. All this, please bear with me. So the tile work can take a minute. Alright, and then after that we can put together. Wait, so. These there. And yeah, look at that. Got one for Disgust too. Okay. Up next is Happiness. Bam. Then there's a slight alternating pattern. And we're going to tile those up a bit. try to straighten out the tiles a little bit better than that. Okay. Weirdly enough, for a set that comes with a lot of like small like tiles and stuff, and like small detail, like kind of like tile pieces, and like small plates and stuff for the mosaics, doesn't seem to include a brick separator. This is not one that came with the set. This is one I have on hand in case I do need a brick separator with a set that seemingly. No, the set doesn't come with one. Interesting. You would think because they come with so many, like, other Lego sets. Huh. Alright. But anyway, we can now continue to add more of these, like, blue, like, pieces. Okay. Add that one. That. Nice. Okay. Tile. Okay. Okay. Okay, now so like with the hair done, now we can move on to like the facial features, like the eyeballs, like little details to indicate that she has eyeballs, as well as a good old cheerful, happy smile, happy thoughts, happy. There we go. That looks pretty good, I think. Alright, and then just a bunch of spare. Oh my goodness. I think this is almost like a bunch of spare like tile pieces. Look at that. That's a lot. But I guess with that we can just like attach these onto there. Wait, that's done very correctly. I guess we can try to do these how they look on the box, I guess. But it ultimately doesn't matter. It's like very modular, I guess. Look at that. Here we have one emotional cube done. Very nice. moving on to the third bag. Alright, we got 2 of each of these. Well, 3 of those, and 2 of each of the other 2. We got what appears, we got like what appears to be the same parts to make the cube. I guess we're building the same cube again. Okay, and after that we can go ahead and open those up. Okay, open those up. Now let's go ahead and build the other cube. And since we've already built the other one, I imagine that this other cube is going to be built the same way. At least I would imagine. Yep. Built the exact same way. That's good because I don't have to look at the instructions as much. Okay, then after that we can tile this up. Then flip it over. Catch these. Right there, like before. Grab 6 of these, attach them like this, like before. Then after that, attach the bottom leg plates like before. There we go. Okay. Oh, then we can oh, okay, then it will tell us add a sticker on one of these. Like, the only stick. Well, the instructions also tell you to like attach these stickers on like the bottom ones for here. But alright. I'll at least attach this. I'll at least attach this one. I'll at the very least attach this one. And that's how that looks. So that looks. And now we're going to be building the other face ones. Okay. Purple. The purple piece with some dark magenta coloring. One of those. Okay. Just boom. And tile this up. Dimensions. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now back to what I was doing. Just attach these pieces in. Go. We have this piece there. That piece. That. Okay, and then the eyes. Look at that. There we have. Hold on, I believe this is some embarrassment. I believe, maybe. Yeah, probably. Okay, that one looks alright too. Alright. Next. We have this one. Wait. Oops. Wrong orientation. Alright, then after that we have this. We're adding a lot more of like of these of like tiles of like this sort of nudie color, and then also some of like this solid like darker orange color. That's it's also like pretty recent. It's like I also this think that this is like it's just sort of like solid variant of like that trans neon orange that they well, that I guess like it wants to push as like a replacement color. Hello. Boom. Huh, over an hour? Huh. Well, well, there is a lot of like smaller pieces with the set, so I guess it really shouldn't be surprising. Now it kind of looks like yeah, eyebrows. Okay, that's cool at least. That's pretty cool. Then dark brown for pupils. Okay, okay. That one looks alright too. Next, another purple one. Alright. Yeah. I apologize if most of the building for this one was off camera a little bit. It's honestly not a whole lot going on here. Eh. Okay. There we go. Now we can attach like the sort of like teal colored hair pieces like for like tiles. also replicate hair detail. Okay. Boom. Then boom, boom, boom. Then boom, boom, and boom. One of these in dark blue, and two of these in dark green. And then we have, I believe this one's called an Envy. Envy, I believe. Last, here's what appears to be our last one. Okay. And 3 more of these. Then after that we can add the details. We can tile up everything else. Okay, and then that. We can set these pieces off to the side. With that, here we have, oh, what was this one called again? This one has one that is like weird to pronounce, I believe. Noe. I don't know. That one is like a. I feel like I've always misheard who this one was called. And I know, despite how this character is looking in the mosaic, I know for a fact that this character is not called Depression. I don't think Riley has encountered that emotion yet. That you can attach. You can attach the faces here. Downward, and then, oh, there we go. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? So with that, oh yeah, and the instructions also tell you to like add the stickers onto like these blank sides, but I honestly don't care about that. Don't care enough to add those other stickers, so it's honestly enough effort like putting on that one. But yeah, with that, here's that one. Here's that one. There you go. There you have like inside out two mood cubes fully built up. Ain't that a fancy sight? Honestly, like most of the parts and details went into the cubes. Like, okay, yeah, well, that's neat. That's honestly kind of neat. Huh. Okay, whatever. Ain't that a sight? Oh my god! I do want to show these, especially because this set mainly uses a whole bunch of like because the set mainly uses a bunch of like small like detailed parts for the mosaics. It comes with so many spare parts. All of them are like just like these. It's just like a bunch of like these like tiles and stuff. It's like tiles and tiles of stuff. Small stuff, which is really good if you want like a bunch of tiles in your like parts collection. Uh, I guess. But yeah, here we have our two cubes in our like cube holder or like cube holder like display thing. Here are our cubes. It was yeah, I definitely say it was you could say it was a more repetitive build since it was just like building the same cube twice and then like taking several different several tiles and like just stacking like a bunch of like just like placing a bunch of like small like small like tile pieces. But I understand that's how like the mosaic like a mosaic like stuff is. And to be fair, to be real with you, these ones seem to be done pretty well, like considering like the how much parts they're using and like how tight of a space they're what how small of a space that they're dealing with. Like each of these plates is like 6 by 6 studs. Uh, is by 6 by 6 studs, and each of these tiles is taking up one of those studs every time. And that's not like not including like the larger ones. Oh yeah, like considering that like these like have like good amount of detail for all these characters. I guess it'll be fair to take a look at this one first. This is one that contains the 5 emotions from the first movie. That being like happiness, disgust. You have. Oh, did I forget to put the mouse? No, you didn't have the mouthpiece. Okay, you're just left mouthless. Okay, fear and anger. Okay, that's nice. And then for the second cube, you have the 4 that were introduced in the second movie. Being like anxiety, envy, depression, and like embarrassment. Well, not depression, but definitely looks like she could be depressed. I don't know. I know she's not called depressed. I know she's not called depression, but I don't like Noe, or like whatever she's called. It's like a word I simply have not heard of before watching that movie. Let's just say an emotion that is not commonly said. And because there were only 4 emotions introduced in that. Well, no, like there was a 5th emotion. No, like because no, there was like nostalgia, I believe. However, because nostalgia only made a brief appearance and wasn't like prominent in that second movie, there were only 4 of the emotions introduced in that movie, not counting nostalgia. So instead, they added a vault-like door thing on the top of this cube. For the bottom of both cubes, the same tile but blank. So if you want each cube could contain up to 6, could like hold up to 6 like emotion mosaics, but they have a few that were left open. So if you want, you could like put together your own mosaic of like nostalgia and like put it here instead, or like add a couple of like fan-made like emotion like characters for the bottom ones, and like continue on with that like aesthetic of these like sort of dice things. Because yeah, like these could be used. I don't think these can be used for dice. Let's be real. Sorry. I don't think these are very fair to use as dice. You have it's like very uneven surfaces. So no, these won't be able to be used as dice. Well, you know what they can be used for? Remove the top layers. If you remove top layers, you get little like storage like compartments. I guess like your emotions. So I guess like bottle up your emotions inside like they did in the movie. Bam. But I know that's not the right thing to do, so let's not do that. We'll leave those in there. since those are clearly not emotions. Alright. I will say, building the sets, it was slightly more on the generic side, I think. But hey, in the end, you do get like some like nice mosaic. You do get some pretty decent mosaics of all your like inside out like emotion characters, except for one. Well, I guess we don't talk about that one until like I guess Inside Out 3. I guess. Which, I did. Hmm. Something I do find rather fascinating. The Yeah, I do know that like Lego has like a budget with like whatever parts their molds and they're using, and they're like limited to like the amount of like what hair pieces they could use. But I will say the mosaic for for how Joy's hair was done for the mosaic definitely looks closer to how the character looks to how the character's hair looks than say the say the hair piece used for the figure mini doll. So that's kind of so that's like a little something. Yes. Okay. I will say like these mosaics, like as far as like the design goes, like the mosaics for these are like really not that bad. They're definitely they're definitely recognizable as like their respective characters, except for maybe possibly this one, which maybe looks like yeah, maybe looks like Envy, maybe doesn't. It like it's obvious enough that it will definitely make you think Envy, but but I feel like there might be details missing if I from I don't know. It, no, it doesn't look too bad. Envy looks alright. Something I have noticed like with anxieties like mosaic. I do like how I do like this one like almost like accidental feature where because of how these tiles are attached, you can have anxieties like eyebrows sort of be expressed and like sort of be more expressive and such. So that's neat. This mosaic definitely makes exciting. This mosaic definitely kind of make for me. This mosaic definitely kind of makes this anxiety character look like a Paulson. Looks like a like some sort of Aardman character. Some sort of like I can definitely see a face like that in like from walls and grommet. I can definitely see that. And because they are just like cubes, you are able to attach. You are able to like rest them in whatever orientation you prefer. Like basically have what I guess basically have like your two like favorites. I guess like have your two like favorites emotions in here, or possibly have, or you could possibly have this as like an expressive kind of thing to have to like display like what moods you're currently in. I can definitely see people use. I can definitely see like people using. Yeah, I can definitely see people using this as like a way to like express themselves, like by just by simply by like resting their cubes on here, but probably not likely. Well, probably like as like a sort of novelty thing, maybe. All right, I will say, yeah. And with that, there's like really nothing else. And just really like not much else to talk about after that. It's like that's like pretty much it. It's like it's not like a set which that has like a lot of like features. It's pretty much just like this base thing here and these two cubes with the mosaics and the fact that you can store stuff inside them. So I guess that'd be like neat. I guess you can like remove them and like not not only like have rotate them around and have them in whatever orientation, but you can also I guess but because they also sort of left a little bit of space in there, it is possible to leave like something else that's like small enough to hide in there. That way it would kind of like mislead people to think, oh, like I know what this set is. I've seen uh, I've seen like the marketing for this set. I could just like remove this tile here and like take whatever's in here. But little do they know, they who haven't built the set and have a extra little storage compartment down here that they would not be aware of. So haha, you're welcome. So with that, that's pretty much it for the set. Part like overall it's mostly just like a cool little like mosaic thing for someone like who likes inside out stuff. I I'm kind of into it because I like I like the Pixar. I like the Pixar stuff. I've seen both the Inside Out movies. I thought they were I thought they were I thought they were at least fun to watch. That's nice. Ain't that a pretty something? try to add like a little bit of extra functionality to it. I think it, I think it turned out. eh, it's honestly like it's like I guess like a cool like novelty thing if you like the Inside Out movies. I will say it's cool to have like a like mini like figure or mini doll version of these two characters. Though I do though it does make me ask if Lego's going to make the other emotions uh make Lego versions of the other emotions as well. Probably not. Maybe not. Though it would be nice for them to do. But as far as I'm aware, this might be the only like Lego Inside Out set, and it's a Inside Out 2. You know, you know what? Okay, I think as far as like my overall thoughts on this set, building it was not challenging at all. Like this, it's really just like the mosaic stuff overall. Do I recommend this set? It honestly, if you're not into the Inside Out stuff, probably not because like yes, you do get a lot of parts, especially like small like tiles and like details and stuff. But if you're but I'm pretty sure you're also able to get most of these pieces in these most of these colors in like other sets and like large quantities, I believe. So probably not like a great thing to like get like a bunch of get like this for like parts. So you definitely can use some of the parts, I guess. But overall, would I recommend like not really for a like not really for a like a parts kind of thing. It's really just like a novelty thing for someone who likes Inside Out too, or Inside Out. Like it wasn't really that exciting of a build, and it's like what, whatever kind of thing. Okay, and yeah, with that, there's like really not much else for me to say about the set. It's honestly like honestly as just like I said, I would say it's like kind of meh. It's I can definitely see why this set is going on clearance in a lot of places I've seen. But hey, if you are into the Pixar movie stuff out of Lego, if it's not going to be hard to find this for a pretty good deal. Sorry. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. If you have it, if you enjoyed like yeah, if you enjoyed this live stream, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even check out other upcoming live streams if you want. I stream at least. I try to stream like once a week during the weekends at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, with that, if you want, you can also if you want, you can also interact with the chat if you want, because I would always encourage that interactivity with the chat. And yeah, with that, I believe that would be it. You have a good night.